a little while ago that if you're a fan of Regurgitator, I had something pretty special coming up on the show for you today. I'm joined live in the studio by Ben Ely.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fantastic. Thank you so much for coming in today.
That's okay, I just walked around the corner. We're just staying around the corner.
I should probably clarify, if you've just tuned in or you're not familiar with what Regurgitator are up to at the moment, they're doing a pretty special tour where they're playing their first two albums in full, back to back. So
yeah.
you did release an album early last year, but you've decided that you wanted to tour the first two?
That's right. And there's 3 costume changes. And there's like, we put a lot of effort into this show. There's going to be lasers and, you know, giant dragons.
Can-can dances.
Maybe just, yeah, well, it's going to be all that
You'll be
stuff.
dancing.
Yeah, maybe no can-can dance. And maybe no dragons, just in our minds.
Yep, okay, well, that could be just enough. Now, when you released it, you're on a tour at the moment where you're playing Unit and 2 playing your first two albums back to back.
Yeah.
And when the second one was released, there was this almost an uproar, I guess. People saying, well, they sound really different. And there was a little bit of a tongue-in-cheek reference to that with the first track, I like your old stuff better than your new stuff. So how does that work in a live show when you come out and you say, you know, you play half your set and, oh, now we're going to sound like a completely different band?
Yeah, well, we do that with costume changes. We come out with the intro video and then we have one outfit that kind of suits that album, and then we have a little video, and then we go off and come back on in our original Unit outfits that we wore on the tour back then.
And where have they been hiding?
They've been in a cardboard box underneath our manager's house gathering dust. And we pulled them out. We thought, these things have got to fall apart or they've got to be eaten by moths. But they were still intact, and hopefully they won't fall apart in the next couple of weeks.
Concerning, I think. Like things that have been hiding in cardboard boxes for almost, 20 years. A decade.
You'd think that they would, they'd be awful. But, I mean, they didn't smell too bad, and they're still intact, so we're wearing them.
Now, you guys you seem to be caught in controversy a little bit with a couple of things that you've done, but particularly this one. I sucked a lot of cock to get where I am. Is that still true?
I don't know. It's kind of funny. I mean, Quan was really playing around with kind of, hardcore topics with cute pop songs, I guess. You maybe have to ask him about the content of it, but yeah.
All right, but I guess you would definitely be qualified to tell us a little bit about what happened after you released that song and how people reacted to it.
We put it out, I think Alan Jones and some right-wing conservative Christian groups tried to get it banned, get the album banned from, Kmart and some major suppliers and Myer and stuff like that. And it ended up being this, they kind of formed this really huge campaign against us, which actually worked in our favor, and people were going, oh, wow, they don't want anyone to hear this, so everyone went and a lot of people went and got it for that reason. So, that was kind of good. Backfired
on them a little bit. And I think it's kind of funny because obviously Alan Jones has never said anything offensive in his entire life.
Yeah, and he doesn't suck any D-O-C-K, does he?
Not sure that we're allowed to imply that one.
Oh, no, I didn't say anything about that.
As we have been speaking about, you will be playing songs from the first two albums back to back during this. But you have released an album fairly recently. Will fans get a look in? Will they be able to listen to that one as well? Yeah,
we might do a few at the end, hopefully. Yeah. See how we go. It's a really long show, though, which is, I don't know.
I can imagine it must be a little bit exhausting.
It's okay. I think we kind of needed to do a bit of training to get ready for it.
Bit of aerobics. I can imagine you guys training in your silver suits.
Some Jane Fonda aerobics, some Jane Fonda body pumps.
Look out, we really are going for a bit of an, I guess that's more early 90s, 80s revival.
I think it's pretty much 80s, something Jane Fonda workout videos.
Is there a particular song from one of those two albums that really just takes you back to a particular time and place? Obviously, the whole album must be a little bit strange, but is there one in particular?
Well, I don't know if it's one in particular, because, I mean, if it's one in particular, it kind of draws you back to a particular point, like where you recorded it or where we wrote it. But I think when you actually, when we play the album in order, just, it kind of does trigger this general feeling of how I was in that time, which is, it's really hard to describe, but it's almost like this emotional kind of connection. I don't know, it's weird. It's like, I can't really describe it. It's like time travel.
Right. All right. And so we'll be traveling back to the future now. We'll take a listen to something from the latest album.
Sorry, that didn't...
It's looking like you said something terrible. I think that was perfectly valid.
I don't think I made any sense.
Can Can you quickly tell us a bit about this song and why you like it?
This song is about a happy outlook on dying.
There we go. We'll leave it there.
Yep.